Welcome you all to the tale of the cosmic eggs, the yellow egg.
Yeah! Yeah!
On the plains of the planet Zoko, Mazak, a young elder of the Cornkin, moved through the fields in her green robes. Row by row, she tended to bodies like a nurse, to spirits like a priest. The thought that she had neglected her children cut into her with sorrow. Her brown hair hung to her shoulders. Once golden, it remained as a vestige of her fertility, darker each day and thinner. But her children were many, and the time had come for them to step into their inheritance. Quite literally, for they were of an age to begin to walk in the world, Zoko was a planet of the plant people. The plodding of the tree tribes, the slither of the vinelings, the rolling gait of the melon men, their landscape was always in motion. Mazak's kind, the Cornkin, were part of a larger family of grain walkers. They possessed a strong connection to the memories of their ancestors, the forefolk, and with this knowledge, she recognized that the world she had part in building was sadly in decline, that the soils and the souls were depleted, that the children were lacking vitality. But she had been too focused on her own vision of things. Mazak saw in her children an astounding potential that she knew could be developed with a little more focus, with a little more time. Further evolution from their roots as simple grass folk into beings that could harness the power of the sun. For this had been the way for many generations, a goal of growing greater. Until the rot set in. It was the same for the other ripening ones, the emerging elders of the fruit folk, the vegetables folk, and the other families of grain walkers. After years of running rampant, they found the ground would no longer support them. But deep in the forefolk memories, she could sense another way. Standing in the middle of the field, she asked a question to the one mind who dwelt in the great central sun. What is to be done? An answer began as warmth in her skin, when rivulets of yellow liquid light that filled her spirit to a deeper state of ripeness than she had known could ever be, a state known as enlightenment. At the moment of saturation, she heard the sound of bells in the distance coming closer, and a voice singing, bringing direction, as a word whispered through Mazak's mind, communion.
Bring yourself to the table. You are enough. There's enough to go around. More than enough. Bring your gifts to the table. Make enough to go around.
Mazak understood now that her vision for her children was not so misguided. It had just been missing its purpose. Their potential to hold these great stores of power was precisely entrusted to the plant people, for them to share it with the other life forms, the future folk in worlds that were to come. To feed and nourish, to heal disease, for structure and shelter, even the ability to offer moments of enlightenment. In her vision, she had seen that it would start with the creation of a very special egg. With a deep inhale, she let the light return to the world on her breath as a song. For music is spirit made manifest, and to share it with the world is an act of deep communion.
Time has come, beloved, to cast old ways aside, reach deep into the soil to find the mystery it hides, of how the light that shines above is held within the deep. Its power waiting to emerge as silent seedlings sleep. Ever since you first awoke and pierced the tender dirt, you fed upon the sun and sent roots into the earth. You felt your body fortify, your stalks grew firm and strong. You grew a crown of foliage, your branches stretched out long. Understand that like the morning dew evaporates into the air and returns anew, so it is with the light that makes our bodies grow. And if life is to flourish, we must learn to let it go. So stretch your face upwards toward the golden light above, and let your leaves and petals be filled with sweet nature's love. But know these days of fullness will soon end as all things do, and just as you have fed on life, so life will feed on you. You thought the days of summer would go on forevermore, but I have seen a vision of what nature has in store, a world in which both life and death forever are entwined, and bodies fall to feed the new and free the light inside. Gather round, beloveds, and let us celebrate communion with each other in these golden days, and the beauty of surrender when the gold fades in into brown, and the black night that awaits us as the green sleeps in the ground.
The vegetable folk and the fruit folk and all the other grain walkers had drawn in closer to listen. To a leaf they agreed. Their lives of mere consumption had not brought them satisfaction. They too believed that they were meant for something more than this. They came together in the last days of summer to share the great feast of sustenance and song. Mazak and all of the ripened ones wove stalk and leaf into an egg-shaped vessel and filled it with seeds for the future, with music and the golden light of the sun. A yellow egg that carried the spirit of communion and the hope of transmutation in the shadow of sacrifice. Mazak understood now the cycles of time and the plant people's place in the renewal of the world. This transition would not be their end, but their bodies would become still as their spirits expanded. And a day would come when only the wind moving through them would remind future folk what the world was like when the plant people moved across the land.
How many times do you think the wheel has spun? We are all the children of the sun, growing in the fear of endless night. We will find a way to hold the light. Spirits of the ground on which we walk, flower, seed, and leaf, and stem and stalk. Oh, our bodies to the endless black. We must now prepare to give them back. Time is bringing in the new aeon. We are all the children of the sun, growing in the fear of endless night. We will find a way to hold the light. How many times do you think the wheel